Come to morning, ladies. My name is Ken, and welcome back to part 3. This is the final part of What If Moo Moo was in My Hero Academia. So, yeah. They basically, where we left off, the
Moo Moo Tsunotori
meets All for One. So, yeah. And so, All for One offered him a chance to join a villain. But Moo Moo, who refused that offer because he's royal to his own family. As All for One says, well, too bad. Let me take your quirk away. As he activates his quirk, after he took it away, he instantly died. Basically, All for One's body was, got shattered into atoms. Basically like small molecules. Yeah. As a quirk. And plus, it doesn't get affected by All for One's thing. So, yeah. That's what Judgment does. As he's been blessed by the guns, actually. You might be saying, well, did he kill Onomu? No? Boy? Well, yes, but... Or actually, scratch that. So, yeah. So, All Might was... So it's between All for One and All Might, but Moo Moo, or
Moo Moo Tsunotori Moo Moo Tsunotori
interfered before actually All for One was gonna shoot a beam of light at All Might because he was down but not out. When Moo Moo, who transformed into his bull form and blocked the entire attack. Basically, it's made it stop right in the middle as he's pushing it. He's literally pushing it to the absolute limit. Basically, he's saying, nope, you will not. Yeah. He's basically, yeah. He basically pushes it and all the way back at All for One. Yeah, tell me that's crazy. That's impossible. As his own mother is so proud of him for actually being as he's like pushing it all the way, as All For One, or as All Might says, don't do it. He'll steal your quark. Really? Let's test that theory. As then he stole it, and then All For One exploded into molecules. Yeah. And only thing that was remaining was Moo Moo's quark. Moo quark. The
Moo Moo Sunotori.
whose quark went back into his own body. Yeah, call that insane. As his own little sister is surprised that he really did that for her. As he's as he got blessed by the nuns, all of them, Greeks, Romans, like every name. So he's basically a blessed all the way through. So yeah, if that's impossible, so his own mother says, how about we clean them and let's have some dinner, okay? Okay, like, basically do what heroes do. As he lives, like debris, as all the other bulls do the same thing. Yeah. They and the rest of the cows went back to trying to look for her. Sorry. Back to her farm. So yeah. Then the next, of course, after they eat, as next morning, hold on. Sorry about that. And so the next day, his own sister, like, they weren't running late. He was the first one up. And his mother was like, all that hard work, usually it makes a person tired out. And she knows that because as he tells her that, well, I got raised on a farm, so don't forget that part. Yeah, true. But you having a quirk that is judging yourself about, yeah, it's quite cool actually. So yeah, so she ends up believe that her own son has a quirk that is not related to their powers, but his like his attributes. I'll just say attributes instead of abilities. So his attributes can be like transformed into a bull, or so yeah. As yeah. Then I'm skipping over the overhaul fight thing, and of course I almost forgot about dodgeball thing. Yeah, but the next day there was this like villains that were gonna attack UA by using the rocket thing. As yeah, but Momo thought about making a giant cannon because there was a two like nuclear rockets. That's kind of overkill, don't you think? As he goes over, like, as he, in his human form, he can jump. So he can jump, like, all the way to rocket thing. And when he has that, like, hammer thing, jackhammer, he actually uses it to enchannel his new, or his ability called air brake. So yeah, he basically used the hammer in as he swung it, as yeah, the missiles went straight up. Or actually, oh, or he actually jumped all the way to space so that the missiles were heat-seeking missiles too, so they went chased right after him. Boom, boom, as he comes back down onto the water. As he gets up, shakes it off. Shake it up now. Shake it off now. So yeah, my original plan was so that Herm makes like the backpack for him to like go up in space thing. But I decided not to. Because of plot reasons. So, yeah. And they thought he was dead. Or he got killed by two nuclear bombs. But when he crashed lands, he shook it off like it was nothing. Yeah. As he like became a human, he climbed into like the villain's ship thing. As he has the power to shapeshift his body. Arnie. Yeah, so he shapeshifts his body into one of the crewmates. And yeah. And he disarmed the entire ship thing. As the captain's like, what's going on here? Well, someone disarmed the nuclear bombs, sir. Well, we need to get them back online. As, yeah. As, so, but he secretly, as he basically set a timer for all the nuclear bombs on that ship, or let's say that, because there was 4, but he already launched 2, so 2 of them. So he drives them away from in. So yeah, it exploded, and they thought they died, like committed a suicide squad thing. But Zuko, when he looks around, like he literally looked around underwater, like Moo, who was like, looks around, like he had the entire ship dropped onto his head, and he's still fine as he walks right out, as he's like his as he goes full sprint. Yeah. As, let's say, the next day, before they even came to class, he had a towel around him, or on his seat, so, and on his desk, so that he as that was the next day when they walked in, they see some strange person, and on the chair and one of them walks over to wake him up. As he opens his eyes, long time no see, since yesterday. As it was not just one classmate, it was the entire class saw him, and just, that was a real him. So he's like, did you think I was gonna die that easily? No, thank you. As, yeah. As they said, what? So loud that, of course, as he I almost forgot to do one thing. So yeah, he basically walked over as, let's say, Maya saw him first, as she runs over, And she knows that his radio thing that goes into his ear is like was not waterproof, so basically she fixed it up real quick. As yeah. So yeah. It as his when he is soaked in water thing, every girl looked right at him. Mushroom Girl, Maya, Mina, everyone thinks that he's like a supermodel. Yeah. He looks like that, but with like his clothes and him, he's like got soaking wet. So yeah. And you guys are probably thinking, whatever happened to Zuko? Well, he is in here. And I don't want to spoil it. So, yeah, I know. So, as when Pony was walking, as it was before class started, he decides to surprise his own little sister. As Blood Hero says, go right ahead. As she sneaks in when she's not looking, as she feels this weird tap on him or on her. As guess who's back? As she starts tearing up as she turns around and sees her own brother's face. As she gives him a hug. We thought you were a goner. Well, I don't need to be a goner. Plus, I was trying to contact you, in others that I'm still alive, but my communicator is kind of soaked in water. As his own sister says, well, yes, it's not waterproof. So yeah. As of course, she says, I'm very glad that you're still alive, big brother. And you made it out of there unscathed, I see. Huh. Yeah. As they know that he of course she tells him that you're also bullheaded. Nothing gets in your way. Nothing can stop you. Hey. Yeah, that's true, but hey, it's gonna be class started. It's gonna start soon, so yeah. after school, little sister. As, yeah. So they go and did their, like, school thing. But when they got home, his sister says, yes, she's back from the dead. Or, like, their mother's like, okay, who's back from the dead? As, oh, you know who. As, come on out, big brother. Well, did you already forgot about me? As she's like a little bit shocked because she thought he was a goner, but actually seeing him in person, like, still alive, him, she literally ran to him, gave him a hug, and her husband came out and saw his own son survived. Huh. Yeah. Twice, actually. You guys were probably wondering why did they like drive away from and it exploded. And, well, of course, they were like surprised about how they were. Like, they couldn't believe that he was still alive after all this time. Or from yesterday? Yeah. They said, we thought you were dead. Yeah. But hey, nothing stops me from moving around. Hey? And I still keep going. Yeah. So, oops, sorry. So that's why and you might be wondering who would be the one that he would date or get married to. Well, I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Because I think in the last video, or like the one that was like a main one, it's probably, if I have to make a prediction, probably some of you would have chosen like a person from class 1B or 1A. Yeah. Like, definitely not choosing Pony because she is his sister, so that would have been gross. It's like if you were the if you were dating your sister. Yeah, and getting married to your sister, that's a weird thing. So I decided to cut it down to about 5 people. So, not only not her, because imagine the hooves on their son would become like bigger. So yeah. So this is a fill-in, so that's why. So I chose the Mushroom Girl because make a mushroom from Minecraft. That's what I think. Okay? So, peace out, y'all.